Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. We're here today with a different sort of meta deck here. We're going to be playing some Green Devotion today. Hopefully this is still the current build. I believe it is, but it could always be wrong. Green Devotion's kind of a deck where you can slap some different choices in there and be fine, I feel like. This does not look effective. This looks good. Put a spare Boseiju to the bottom. Elf. This is Greasefang we're up against. Which thankfully they put that in tapped, so we don't really have to worry about it. So we're going to play this forest, we're going to go tap these down, play this, targeting that land, because we're not going to be able to use the mono this turn, and smack them. Greasefang. Alright.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
And there's really no need to run out the rest of this. Alright. We do 0 sideboarding because this is a Karn board. There is consideration to cutting that down to like half and then having actual sideboard cards for the other half, or doubling up on a couple of those options so we can bring in some to the main deck in matchups where they'd be good. For example here, like it'd be really nice to have a Tormod's Crypt just in our deck. Yeah, I mean, for the chance, no matter how remote, of having a piece of graveyard hate before turn 4, right? Or like a Weathered Runestone. So, like, obviously they know exactly what we are, what we're doing. I'm pretty certain they're Greasefang because that's what their colors typically are. They could obviously be on a brew, and I would not have an idea of that. But typically in this current meta, ooh, this is a dangerous hand. This is a very dangerous hand. So on the draw, we could draw a land and then like maybe have a turn 2 Old Growth Troll, but they probably got a lot more interactive in their sideboarding. So this is a little risky to just rely on elves for our green sources to start off. That said, I am going to keep this because having 2 elves, like, they might not mulligan aggressively enough to have... Okay, so they definitely do have removal here, so this elf is not going to stick. This is going to be a push. But we're sort of hoping, okay, that's a step in the right direction, and hoping that they don't have the double removal spell. But if they do, that's still okay. Like, all we need is a green source off the top, and then we're fine. Grizzly Salvage. There's a Greasefang, but no boat or other vehicle. Why did I say that? Vehicle in the graveyard. That's for Fiends and... Okay, that's very bad for us. Okay, we're not dead. We're not dead. And they do have the removal anyway. Okay. Yeah, so now we're dead. Now we're dead, because we drew Nykthos off the top there. Because this is Greasefang, gets back Heart. Heart hits us for 4, 5, 6, 7 on the Informant. gonna play Kiora here.
Why do I love krakens? Just can't help myself.
So they can kill this Kiora here, but that means they're not killing us, which is kind of ideal. Yeah, 3 mana gain 7's fine.
I sure belly flopped.
I mean, Troll is one that I really do not mind trading at all. So here we can tap, add double green. Let's do that. So tap this, play an elf because that's free essentially. Tap this for double green. Tap this for quad green. If we play another Nykthos, legend rule this one out. Tap this for 4, goes to 6. So we could cast Storm the Festival here, but that's a little questionable. I think we will just stick with the Cavalier. If it was 8, we could have gone to. I'll take the Lair. And just pass. If it was 8, we could have gone for Cavalier plus Troll. I shocked that in. Now we just get to pop off. Okay, what do we get here? Well, I think I'll just take Kiora and Karn, right? Yeah, Kiora, Karn.
My pets are hungry, and you look like lunch.
Untap that. Because Kiora gets us the second. Storm the Festival, Karn gets us whatever. Oh boy, my voice is going. Okay. That was a pretty good one. Unfortunately, they didn't have a good game 1. You know, they didn't have an actual game 1 that they played. But I feel like their choices in their deck construction sort of hurt them, because Heart of Kiran is a very strange one to put in a Greasefang deck. That's a card that is a lot more effective in decks that where it can stay on the battlefield, right? Okay, this is interesting. We are on the play, so this could be poor, but we have a bunch of elves, so elves in Anissa is a plan. If they have a Thoughtseize, though, we are sort of just ramping into nothing. But on the well, they're a black deck, so we're not. Oh, it's Rakdos. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet, but we're maybe in a position where this could be. Okay, where we could be good. So what we're going to do here is tap this and this for this and that, and then do this and play both of these elves. I really should use names instead of this, but I didn't feel like it. I felt like doing it, you know, just saying the same word over and over and over again. Oh no! No! Come on! Well, now all this ramp is kind of useless. I've just got plenty of mana, so what's the point in keeping that around, right? So we play this, we play the troll. That was just like a premier timed Thoughtseize. Just an absolutely gloriously timed Thoughtseize. Alright. Opponent on the nut draw. Well, they haven't had removal, so I can't say the nut draw really, but... Wow. Okay. Actually, just insane. You gonna edict me?
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me. Off you go.
Oh, look. Nissa.
Through this land,
That's
we are
pretty
all
good.
connected. The land fights for us.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
Trespasser. That's a card. What? That was very weird. Like...
Behold, nature's true power.
They might just push this. Let's just do it like this, because this is probably good enough. Actually, we'll do one of these. Make it a lethal threat. They didn't eat like an elf or anything with that Graveyard Trespasser, which is just weird. There's no reason you wouldn't want to eat an elf. So that has to be just a misclick. That had to be just a misclick. Sure. Yeah, that's 9. I don't know why I wouldn't do it like that. And they're dead.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Yep. Okay. And that was exactly so. Missing that elf eat on the. You have to deliberately like choose not to do that. Like it brings up the whole graveyard in front of you. You have to specifically decline or submit 0. Who knows, our opponent could just be tilted. That's a pretty good hand. I mean, no elves means that any removal that's in their hand, which they're likely to keep, is just dead. Fable's pretty solid for them, though.
I will defend my allies. My allies are counting on me.
Could tick down. We've got plenty of lands. Just get a boat. Yeah, we'll take a boat. If they use a hard removal spell on Karn, or I mean, they could stomp it, but they're down. They've only got one. They have the treasure off the. Okay.
I have let my friends
Hard
down.
removal spell, sure. But here we go with the boat. It's a boat. Bonk. Trespasser. Okay, so they do eat this time. They figured out the eat button. Let's see. Is it worth it to troll Nykthos? Nykthos type. Which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can Nissa 3. Okay, so we can, yeah, here's what we can do. We can Nissa. Untap a forest.
The land shall conquer you.
Play Nykthos. Cast the troll. Crew the boat. If they have removal here, that's annoying, but what are you gonna do? They're still spending most of their turn dealing with Nissa. Actually, no, just 1 mana. And they really don't want... Okay, so they brought in Invoke Despair against us. They brought in Invoke Despair against us. That's just wrong, actually. That is just incorrect.
I must seek comfort in the land.
Trespasser Tribal, okay. Okay, forest here. What is it? This is 6, and then we have, yeah, okay, and then we have the 2 to drop the Beseiju. So this is a sorcery, so we're gonna just do this. Oh, this is unfortunate. We get a troll. Takes us to 7 devotion. We could get the Nykthos, take us to 7 mana available, which is, it's not 8. Unfortunately. 8 would get us boat back, but 7 is not that. So I think we're just going to go for the Haven. We'll attach the Haven to this one and drop the troll in. Let's do this now. We really can't let them on top of that. That's just a problem for us. And pass. I mean, we don't have to be the aggro here. In fact, they are highly incentivized to come at us. Removal spell? That's fine. I mean, it means we lose the, we'll put that... I'm gonna put that on this one. Means we lose the Storm the Festival, but they lose a Graveyard Trespasser, so that's okay. Or not. Or they just go like that. Alright. Well, let's pop the Storm the Festival here then. Karn boat. Nah. Just Storm the Festival. So we could get 2 Kioras. We would only get to keep 1, but it would put the second Kiora in our graveyard so that we could potentially combo in future. We have a good chance of comboing in future. These other 2 options are just are very marginal as well, so I think we'll do that. We'll take one of these.
Dive right into battle.
We will untap this.
Nature flows with vigor.
Go with green. Karn.
Let us begin.
Down tick.
My grief fuels my mission.
Let's get... And opponent tilts out. Yeah, because we double cast there, so... I think Heart of Kiora was the right call. It's very tough to say. So Boat is definitely not it. The reason Boat's not it is because Boat doesn't answer the Trespassers while they're flipped. Heart is very nice there because then when the Trespassers flip, we can crew it off the Kiora or the Karn. Probably the Kiora though. And have 3 blockers. And it's not very vulnerable. This is nice. This is nice. I mean, it's... Oh! Hello! Interesting. They didn't do anything.
I'll show you dry walkers something truly spectacular.
I mean, we're just gonna pass here. There's no reason to untap anything. That's a Karn.
Until you have lived as a step, I am not frightened by you.
What are they getting? Boat? Yep. I knew it. I knew they were getting Boat. So Nissa kills Karn, loses the land to the Boat, but then we have a Nissa. I think that's good. I think that's good. So we play a forest.
Let's get moving.
Nissa.
What a strange and magnificent world.
It does give it haste.
Harness the elements.
I will endure.
Pack leader. That'll give them another target for the boat at least. Yep, okay. As expected. They went for the land still. So we're gonna go Nykthos. We're gonna go... Well, we're gonna activate this. For green and not blue. Gonna untap it.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Gonna play a Cavalier, yeah. Draw then mill. Oh, we hit a Nykthos. Come on. Well, fine. Fine. That's why you shouldn't untap beforehand. That was just a mistake, but... You know, it is what it is. So... We're gonna play a Wolf Willow Haven. Nope, cancel that. Tap this. Wolfville Haven on that. Activate this for green. Play a Cavalier. Draw, then mill. Put the lair in. An opponent is tired of seeing us do our thing. Alrighty. That's a good hand. I've got an elf. So this adds 3 pips the same way that Old Growth Troll does, but this accelerates us towards Big Mania.
Sun in the sky, brine in the... I love to make a splash.
Let's see. So we can Karn here. Karn's not great. Maybe just Troll. Our own Troll. Oh, they have Nykthos. Cool. We lose. I mean, provided they have a payoff. One of these. Or a Cavalier. We're basically dead. They just have a Wolfville Haven. So far.
One drop ripples and grows.
Yeah. Okay.
Must not be tolerated. True goodness can never be corrupted.
What do we have that could get us out of this? If they get like boat, we can land our own Karn and then... Oh, that just kills us. I forgot that was a card printed in, yeah, so we're dead. That should probably be in here somewhere, instead of this meteor golem, you know? That was just an oversight on my part. Totally forgot that card was in the format, so... Golem is serviceable, but obviously not ideal as compared to that. Just because that has additional upside. Like, the downside is so small in giving your opponent a Power Stone that the upside is kind of just worth it. Of it being an 8/8, and then on top of that, the trigger is repeatable. And it's a cast trigger, not an ETB, so it punches through control decks and stuff like that. So it's just a really big upgrade on Meteor Golem. Opponent not certain whether or not to keep here.
Krakens, leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all. Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deep. Nature flows.
Okay, they had another elf. Okay, that's a good reason to do that. So.
Let's get moving.
Nissa Mills is not great. But they're struggling with their mana right now. Like they. Okay, now that Nykthos is actually worth something. Hopefully they don't just pop all over us here. So that's all we can really hope for.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Because they're only going to 6. Okay, it's just their own Cavalier. Alright. Yeah, we got to pop off faster than they did, so. We should be good. I mean, it kind of depends on how these storms pop off, but now that's just overkill. Haven on that. Nykthos. Add green. Storm the festival.
Power surges through these lands.
Let's go. Untap this.
I love to make a splash.
Yeah, we're gonna do this for 8. Storm the festival again. Well, this was not as good. A couple of Llanowar elves. Downtick Karn.
I will not stop.
God Pharaoh's statue. Uptick on Nykthos.
The land fights for us.
Cast this God Pharaoh's statue. We could make a wolf here. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're just gonna let it ride. That was not as good, just because that second storm was not very good. We could have gone for like another storm, I think.
One drop ripples and grows.
And there's always the possibility that they win right? There's always the possibility that this deck just wins out of nowhere because it's, you know, it's actually a combo deck. That's a Karn.
I advise that you leave. I will rid you of your corruption.
So they probably get boat here, kill our Nykthos, hoping it's our only Nykthos. Unfortunately, we have another one in hand. Cityscape Leveler? Sure. It's a Karn or Kiora. Which one do you want? Karn is probably correct for them.
There are greater battles to fight.
Nature flows with vigor.
Karn. Cavalier.
I battle for the forces of good.
Draw then mill. And that is the game. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. Right, so we downtick Karn,
Stand down.
get the Cauldron, play Kiora, keep the new one,
I defy gods. Defy
untap
you.
this,
Let's get moving.
tap it for green, get back Karn and Kiora, play Karn, keep the new one, down tick,
I will not
exile, get this Cauldron, play Kiora,
Bet you've never been hugged by a kraken before. The ocean surges, life thrives.
let's not screw this up. It's a lot of clicks. Keep the Karn. Play the Kiora.
My pets are hungry, and you look like lunch. I love to make a splash.
Are we losing mana here? Did I miscalculate by a little bit? Okay, yeah, I think we are off by 1. Can we... Yeah, because we have this Nykthos in hand, so we can... Yeah, we're good. So we can storm the festival and show them that it's truly infinite. Or not. Or not. Play Nykthos from hand, keep the new one. Tap this, add green.
I am Karn. My purpose is greater than myself.
There's 42 left in their
Sun in
deck.
the sky, brine on my skin. One drop ripples and grows.
And how much is the...
I will defend my allies.
Kraken Leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
Nature flows with vigor.
It's 3 plus 1 to activate. 16 so far. No, plus 4 to activate, so 7. And we're only at 16 so far? Yeah, that's not great.
I advise that you yield.
Why do I love krakens?
So,
Can't help myself.
we don't have a spell.
Let's get moving.
Okay, we could have kept the Kiora to have a spell. Yes, we can do it. I think we can do it this time. Let's do this when we can. Let's do that one.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I am not frightened by you. Until you have lived as a statue, do not talk. My allies are counting on me.
I hope you don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk.
Oh, I am an idiot. That was really dumb.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
So we can kill this.
My retribution will be swift.
Okay. If it hadn't jumped to combat like that, we could have fired up the... So... Technically... Yeah, that was a little rough. But we technically could have won there if Arena didn't have a stupid timer like that. Because we could have fired up the... Could have also fired up the Hydra, the lair of the Hydra, to hit the Karn, to do the full 3 damage. Like, they're just showing us that, like, we have to be better, but, like, we technically won that game, right? Because I could, you know, just 50 them. Technically. Arena is a piece of garbage because infinite combos, like combos and stuff, it really is on the honor system as to whether or not your opponent scoops to your legitimately like an infinite or near infinite combo. Very risky hand here. And against a black deck, so not great, not a good time for us, most likely. They decided not to push our elf, or what? Okay, there's the giant, yeah. Not a land, another elf. Yeah, they had to push, okay. Cool. Another elf. So they had to turn one push, but they wanted to stomp instead. Alright, Lair of the Hydra, Wolf of Haven on this. I mean, we're going to catch up. Maybe. I did say it was a risky hand, so. That's what you get.
I'll show you dry walkers something true. I love to make a splash.
There are no supers in this deck, so we are basically dead here. Because they're going to kill Kiora. And we're left with 4. If we draw land, we get to play Cavalier.
Time to ebb from battle.
Croxa. Pitch this elf. Yeah, and if they play another card, they have this blood token, so they can just loot away and play the Croxa next turn, so we are dead. No keeping elf hands. Or elf heavy hands, I should say. That kind of just goes in general. The elves and mana dorks in general, I feel, are very much a trap. If everything goes well, they are the best way, the fastest way to get to really high mana. But if things do not go well, you lose, right? Which is, so here we'll go Forced Elf, right? Now they know we drew this, so they could just, I mean, if they stomp it, that's fine. Yeah, we have Kiora, so we can sort of make this work. And this is a Kiora with, you know, sufficient tempo to be worth something.
Gods. Defying you will be easy.
That's a fable. Thankfully, this time we actually have some stuff that
One drop ripples and grows.
Troll Toll. I will block this, because even if they stomp, oh no, they're gonna push. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think you had instant speed graveyard interaction. You do have Fabletron again, though, which is quite silly. Nykthos. Troll. Free elf. Untap Nykthos.
Nature flows with vigor.
Tap Nykthos again. We don't have Ratchet Bomb. We have Karn Silex, which is slower against tokens, but better against everything else. We could Karn, get Silex, I think we'll just Cavalier. Draw and then mill. Big ol' whiff. And play an Elvish Mystic, I guess. Block. Actually, we'll block like this. In case they want to stomp. And then we'll go Forest. I never want to sacrifice this. Literally never. Why do you keep leaving it open? Storm the festival. Cavalier Nissa.
We will not fail.
Opponent's head explodes. Yeah, again, they are probably dead there. So we don't have... I can't remember if Ratchet Bomb's in this format or not. But we have Karn Silex instead, because Karn Silex is... it's easier for us to get artifacts back from exile than the graveyard, which is just wrong, but it is. So exile Karn Silex being on there is better, and then the extra text at the top is nice, and then just being able to put it at whatever we want in the turn after, like we can, and it hits everything less than that. So just a big old sweeper, big old sweeper. This is an interesting hand. So we are guaranteed to have Wolf Willowhaven on 2. Does it take the Haven? They do. Okay, that means that they are looking to cut us on mana. And win quickly. So they're going to kill this elf. And we're going to just have to naturally draw up to 5 lands. Now, we have 4 at this point, so that's nice. Forest pack leader. This should just eat a removal spell, and then they'll hit us for 4. Yep. So the question is whether or not we have the tempo to get there. That's bad. Well, it's good and bad. Now it means that a Thought Seize doesn't hose us, like discard doesn't crush us. You know, which one of, you know, which one of these duplicates would you like to take? Our opponent's down to 13 from hitting themselves, so that's nice. Land? Yeah, boy! Cavalier. Nykthos doesn't do anything immediately, so we're just going to take the Fresh Forest. Right? Nykthos would actually be bad for us because it wouldn't be a land, because it would legend rule the other one. The 2 Nissas in the bin, or the 2 Kioras, sorry, and the Nissa. The 2 Kioras is not great. Okay, do they just keep coming down? Yeah, I'll take a 2-for-1 there. Yeah. Nissa Cavalier.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
We will take the Nykthos here. Keep the new one. Tick up on here.
The land shall conquer you.
Fire off another Storm the Festival. Karn. Haven on that.
Evil must not be tolerated.
Let's tick down Karn and see what we got.
Rid you of your corruption.
Heart of Kiora is a possibility. Just getting the Cauldron here would be okay, probably. Yeah, let's take the Cauldron. They could have discard. Just the additional blocker there. Ah, this is probably wrong. Cletus? Okay, Uncle Cletus is fine. They do nothing. Huh? Math, my good friend, math. It is not in your favor. Alright.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
I'm gonna get rid of the reservoir now. I'm going to, yeah. Activate Nykthos. Play Reservoir. Elvish Mystic. Restorative Burst. Kiora. Cavalier. Play this Kiora.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
Untap
Let's get
that.
moving.
Tap it for green. Cast Storm the Festival. Take a Karn. And a troll.
Our actions
Keep the
determine
new Karn.
history.
Untap this.
Harness the elements.
Tap it for green. Play another troll. Play another cavalier. Draw the mill. Play Lenore Elves. Cast this Storm the Festival. Cast the Kiora.
Let's dive right into battle.
Death Star them. Yeah. I'm a firing my laser. Kaboom. Normally on principle I put a frowny face. Normally on principle I put a frowny face because this does nothing. But yeah, that was all right. That was all right. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Man, this deck is a problem, right? Just it's a combo deck. It's a Stomby deck. It's a Planeswalker deck. Like it does it all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching that, and then I hope to see you next time. So yeah, should be good.